I am just seeing red today. Now, when I said that, what did that trigger in you? What happened? Do you think I'm angry or do you think everything is lovely? It's just like, oh, I'm seeing red today. Most of the time, we think something angry because we think red, anger, think like the bull, even though technically bulls don't see, isn't the red that makes them aggravated. It's the fact that it's the movement and also all the things they do to the bulls, which is very unfortunate. But there's also a thing like, oh, you could be wearing rose colored glasses too. How often do people even think of that anymore? I think I say it a few times on this thing right now. And, I was trying to think of what to talk about today because it's like, life and stuff. And, I was just watching other people, like, because sometimes you just need inspiration from other people, like what you're doing, or like get you up in the mood to like make the video, like, let's go, let's get today done. I was watching Dodash, and it's just like, ironically, as I was watching her video, I was in bed, and the first thing she's like, you get out of that bed. I just thought that was hilarious. And it's just like, I really like her message, and I'm not trying to emulate her, but I want to use the parts that she has to help, myself in that sense. Was just like, don't make excuses and put stuff out there even when I'm not feeling well. Because, like, so I was out today, and I'm I'm triggered by a lot of sensory input. And I like sat down because it's like, I was sitting somewhere. I wasn't even there for a minute, but the person next to me had such, just the perfume smell. Oh my god, I've never smelled, I don't even think I smelled perfume that strong. When I used to work in a mall as a teenager, walking by Macy's, because they have that perfume section. I didn't even sit next to her for a minute. I even had a mask on, and it just gave me a headache that persisted for hours. I literally had to take ibuprofen to deal with this. And you know how insane that is? It's just like, I get a headache from just being next to someone sniffing. I mean, this was intense. I'm just like, I don't know how, like, people's olfactory glands and stuff like that. A lot of people, they'll mess up. I'm just like, I just, how can you find this enjoyable? Like, this smell. I'm just like, oh, like, and I just had like the worst headache, and the headache was like going on for like 4 hours. I'm just like, I'm just gonna take the ibuprofen because I don't like taking over the counters and stuff. I like being natural as much as I can, but it's like I take it when I need it, and I'm just like, it's been 4 hours. I still have this headache. I can't deal with it. And when I have a headache, I tend to put these on because they also block out majority of like lights and things like that. And it's just like, whenever I have migraines or headaches, I put these on. I can still look at light things for the most part, unless I have a migraine. If I have a migraine, I just go to sleep because nothing really is helping my migraine unless I sleep. But it's just like, it's like good and bad when I'm having like these sensory stuff, because it's just like, it's great that I know what's really bad for me, but at the same time, it's like, how am I supposed to process like being around people and stuff like this? I mean, granted, most people do not wear obnoxious chemical fueled perfume like what I smell today. Like, that was a very uncommon thing, because normally I can smell stuff and I kind of move away. Like, I literally was sitting next to this person for maybe not even 30 seconds. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I literally had to get up and walk away from this person. Like, that's how bad it was for me. And it's like, ah, I don't know. I don't like feeling so overwhelmed by sensory stuff. As like, yeah, I've been able to mitigate some of it. It's just like, there are lights. Like, literally with my cell phone, I cannot look at my cell phone without these or like other blue blocker glasses. That's why I normally wear the orange ones, because I can't look at the phone without getting a headache. I literally can't. And I was never really big on technology stuff because I would get headaches looking at screens all the time. And then when I got these, then it's like I'm on the screens a lot, then bit of social media addiction here and there. And it's just like, okay, now we gotta even stuff out a little bit because it's just like I learned so much stuff on YouTube, rather it's for, you know, if it's just me just learning stuff to like learn stuff because I find something interesting or I want to be entertained or I'm trying to do something better or something for to save and to watch later that who knows will it eventually ever get watched because I have over 400 videos in the like watch later thing on YouTube. It's like yes, I go through them periodically, but it always keeps growing. And it's just like I don't know if y'all like have like sensory issues stuff, but I get so triggered by stuff and so I don't know. It's just like I'm triggered by intense smells. And it's like also lights. Like I hate being inside because it's like all like the LED lights or the fluorescent lights. It just gives me a headache. And this like I go outside or outside coming in and my brain just feels so confused like looking at everything. And I feel like I get headaches under like these lights all the time. And you know, sometimes I have issues with taste because sometimes it's like, dealing with like quality of food and stuff like that. I'm just like, mm. Certain textures I love and certain ones I can't stand. When I was in Japan, yeah, I wanted to at least like natto. I wanted, mm, mm, no. It was like I did not like the taste, the smell, which and also taste and smell makes a flavor, and the texture. I was like, oh no, mm-mm, mm-mm. Because it's like I can handle some slimy things like okra. I'm cool with, but not no, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And I don't know. I don't know if y'all. I don't even exactly know how I look wearing this in front of you because it's like obviously I can see myself as I'm like making this video, but I'm like I can't tell how red I am. I just kind of wore this because I needed something different to like wear. Because I wear very simple things like for the most part, and it's just like I'll wear things over and over again. I'll like buy like the same thing just because it's less to think about, but I'm like I don't want YouTube people thinking I don't ever get out of the same clothes. So it's like I gotta put something else on. Oh, and you know, it's just and it's like what am I doing with like how like I'm losing my train of thought because I got so hyped up and sometimes you get in the flow of stuff and then like the flow gets interrupted and I'm just because at least like if you're pinging off a friend, this would be a good part to let them talk so you can gather your thoughts a little bit. But it's different because it's myself looking at myself. Yeah, but I don't know if y'all have any other like sensory stuff. Oh yeah, my I hear stuff sometimes and it's just like I hear high pitched things and in a certain sounds I just alarm like with the sirens and the fire trucks. It's one of the things I don't enjoy about living in a city. And it's just like, oh Lord, it's like too loud. I'm just like, I have to sleep with earplugs in. It's just like, I don't know, like, do y'all have like major sensory stuff? Like, I also like, yeah, touch. Like, I, I can't say how certain things feel on my skin. It's just, mm. Yeah, I'm not, I've gotten better with the sense of touch a little bit, but like certain things, like I can't wear certain things. Just you ever like it just feels icky or itchy like no. I remember like the first time I got like a wool sweater. Oh my god, that was like the worst thing ever. Now I know if I get a wool sweater, I gotta wear something underneath it because I was itching like a mad woman. Just like ah. Yeah, but I would love to know like how any of y'all deal with like sensory stuff because just and I was having a great day today. It's like I I'm trying to, well, a few things. And if you're new, welcome. But my current progress is learning to eat more because I discovered that I need to eat more, and I'm also trying to exercise more. So yeah, this morning like I did 20 minutes on my rebounder. I was doing a lot of walking today, like probably got like a couple miles in, like maybe 4-ish miles, I don't know. But just sitting on the bench, and then that person with all that perfume, I'm just like, and I was also enjoying the day too because it's like it's over 50. I'm wearing jeans outside. I took off my hat and I'm like happy, and I'm just like, but just sitting next to that person, I was so overwhelmed, and it's like the headache. And then I didn't feel like doing it because I felt like crap. And it's like, okay, let me try taking a nap. I'm not good at naps. I wish I was good at naps. And it's like I had all this momentum today because it's like I'm active, I'm like doing stuff, and I'm just like, it just felt derailed just from like this one interaction that was like not even barely 30 seconds. And I tried to be positive and look at things from a positive point of view, and the only and there are times that it just sucks. It really just sucks. But if I'm able to get one positive out of it, I can still think all the negative stuff. But if I can get one positive out of it, it's good. That's my win, just being able to get one positive out of it. And that one positive is that because of that, I'm very aware of what is toxic to my system. And I know to get away from there, which I promptly did. So that's my one positive with that experience. And it sent me for a whirlpool for the rest of the day because it's just like, really? Now I have a headache. I'm trying to nap, I can't really nap. Now I gotta take ibuprofen. Now I gotta wear these glasses because now that I have the headache, also the light hurts. And it's just like, and it's hard sometimes not to go there. We're human. We've been conditioned to like look for the negative and find the negative of something. And I'm like, I just gotta hold on to that one positive, that I know that smell, I recognize that smell is very toxic, and I need to get away as quickly as possible if I ever smelled it again. Because it's toxic. Because I'm sorry. Because I've been around like other perfumes that don't affect me as much. I personally can't even wear perfumes. Like, essential oils, I like them, but at the same time, I can understand why some people don't like them because they can be intense if you don't use them properly, and also if they're in certain products, they can mask the smell if something goes rancid. Like I get it, but it's like I have a bunch, so I'm gonna use them. I spent all this money on them trying to do an oil business, and of course it's didn't work out. So I was like, I have all these oils, but I'm like, I'm using them. I paid all this money to use them, so I'll use them. I'll give them away, whatever. So it's like I'm very familiar with scents, and like I like them because they don't trigger anything with me. But I lost my train of thought a little bit. Ugh. See, and this is like the fact I'm losing my train of thought so much, like just from this one smell from like barely 30 seconds. It's like I shouldn't be having so much trouble thinking. Because a part of me wants to share this story with you and also get it out of my system because it's, you know, good. So it's like out of my system. I'm talking about it's out. So I'm not still lingering of the conversation in my head. But I'm like, I don't want to keep being in that story, feeling these things. I want to move on to the next thing. But it's hard when I'm still feeling the effects of it. And it's just like, the situation, it sucked. There's no way around it. But the positive thing is, I know that's very detrimental. Now I kind of remember what I was gonna talk about because it's like a lot of like with these perfumes and stuff like that, they are highly toxic, and I don't think people realize that. With the beauty, like industry, it's very very toxic. And I'm like, even if you're someone super sensitive, because I've been around some essential oils and things, they're concentrated, and I have no effects. It's like I might not like the smell of certain things, but it's just like I don't ever feel like I'm gonna have a headache that lasts for hours. But it's just like, I wish y'all knew how toxic some of these things were. Because I'm like, how toxic does something have to be to affect my system in less than 30 seconds and for the symptoms of it in my body to be lasting for hours? Like, isn't that crazy? At least with essential oils, which, people like them, don't like them, whatever. Even if the essential oils are bad for you in that sense, I'm not saying whether they are or aren't. I don't know. It depends on your school of thought. Whatever. I'm I don't get symptoms anything like whatever that perfume smell was. And I'm just like, I hope so, whoever ends up watching this, and if you do